With a budget of just under 20 billion rands for this financial year alone, the Department of Water and Sanitation is absolutely critical in ensuring clean and sustainable water for more than 55 million South Africans. And joining me to speak to me more about the issues is the Minister of Water and Sanitation, Mr. Senzo Mchunu. Thank you so much, Mr. Mchunu, for joining me. Before we even start, is this an opportunity for you to electioneer?
No, it's
Why
not. Because people want water. That's all. That's just all. Whether there is election or not, they need water. It's a right.
The timing seems very suspicious.
Well, it may be a coincidence, but even if there were no elections in 2021, what would you have said about people in Guyana saying they want water? In all the other provinces, they want water.
Which provinces have been the most affected by water and sanitation issues?
In many cases, there's also falling infrastructure. Now, we've got to go back there, no longer in conferences, no longer in meetings and so on. Just to go there and say this plant requires this city, this town. We call the meeting as ministry to say, what is the remainder of our budget? On one hand, we've gone to 5 provinces. Remember, when we say we've gone to 5 provinces, it hasn't just been a meeting in a hotel or in a particular venue for 3 days. We have actually gone to a number of areas in each of the provinces. And we've seen what's happening there. There's hunger for water, genuine hunger for water.
How will you deal with the dysfunctional water treatment plants and the severe impact it's had on communities?
It's not going to be enough to pass messages to municipalities, to criticize them, to blame them, because the buck stops with the Department of Water and Sanitation.
Minister, with townships and squatter camps growing at such a rapid pace, the lack of sanitation and the sewage that is littering the streets has created such a massive problem. How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to deal with the growing informal settlements and providing access of adequate sanitation to those settlements that really need it the most?
What has been happening in most of the cities in the country and towns in the country is that we have been allowing informal settlement to grow without us planning before we settle people. Or as we settle people, we provide water and sanitation. Now we're lagging behind. And it can't be like that. Somehow we've got to say, it's now full. This place is full. Stop settling people and make means of reasoning with them that we need planning, and we need to identify new areas when people want to settle and say, you can't settle there as yet, we're planning, and you can't settle here at all, and so on.
You need to hold officials and municipalities accountable. What punitive measures are you going to put in place to do that?
On every rand that we're going to release to each and every municipality, not only should we know where it is going, what it is going to do in terms of the difference, but we are going to demand accountability. And in order to get accountability, we've got to create a mechanism of ensuring that we're able to monitor whatever, whether it's a sewer plant, whether it's pipes, whatever we put money. We know it won't happen in a day, but the first step is to know that there's a shortage there. The second thing is to take steps towards that.
All right, Minister Mchunu, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for speaking to us, the Minister of Water and Sanitation in South Africa, Mr. Senzo Mchunu, really giving us some great insight into the issues that are affecting South Africa with regards to water sustainability and making sure that we have clean and sustainable water. We'll be keeping a very close watch on some of the programs and issues that he said he will follow up on, and we'll be keeping you posted. With that, it's back to you in the studio.